Let's find our feet about shoulder width apart. So since we're playing with this quality of assertion, one good assertion when we're working with our alignment and structure is to be precise. One way to get the distance between your feet to be precise is to just bend down, and only do this if you feel like you're pretty sure it's safe. And just put your knee inside the instep of your foot. And then notice where the ball of your foot is over here. And then just make sure that the inside of your other foot is right along that line. And everyone's got different ratios of bone length. And this allows people to set up their alignment and structure for their own biomechanics. As simply as that. So let's sink into those good biomechanics. You move your hips a bit left and right, sliding your knees towards your skis if you were on some skis. Just to feel rooted and ready. We'll enter in with our gratitude practice. Exhale, settle down. Inhale, following your breath. Exhale, pressing down gently, relaxing your hands. Inhale, opening and connecting with everything around you. Settle back down, sink into your structure, relax your whole body, feeling rooted. You're ready. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Once more. Just stand for a moment. Excuse me. So just stand for a moment. And just turning your hips left and right just a tiny bit. See if you can turn your belly button just a tiny bit left and right. Turn your nose, your sternum. So everything is just moving left and right. I want to see if we can pivot on our spine. Maybe take a moment and think about that adaptability exercise of looking over the fence. Now we're just doing a little bit left and right. What's over there? What's over here? And then back as you sink back down. Always keep your knees pointing towards your toes. Go a little farther as you turn, nice and slow, and only turn as far as your whole pelvis and belly button can turn. I'm gonna look over this fence and settle back in. And look over this fence and settle back in. Excuse me. So we're going to play with a little bit of what's called Tai Chi energy. Now, Tai Chi is pretty well known in the sense of slow-moving embodied practice. It's like a martial art. But Tai Chi is also a principle of being. And when we think of Taiji as a principle of being, the way we describe it is to pivot on your spine or pivot on your center. And no matter what arises on this side, you're not willing to give up your center. As you turn to this side, it's the same. Whatever's over here isn't what I'm focusing on. Staying in my center is what I'm focusing on. Now, it's very important to not feel that we're being rigid or stubborn or strong in some defensive, defiant way. We're just deciding to stay in our center. So now if I turn to each side, we're just playing with this to become familiar with something. What if as I turn left and right and think about looking over that fence, I decide to just play a little bit with feeling nervous. What is over there? Oh, you get that kind of butterflies and upward energy. And I come back to center and make sure I give myself a moment, really feel centered. I turn to the other side, come over the fence, a little nervous. It's like acting class. Oh no. And then I relax, go back to center. I don't recommend doing that too many times. It'll just make you feel too nervous. But sometimes in imitating the things that are difficult, we get to understand how to be with them more consciously. So there's a word that I really love. It's called immanent. And it's kind of like the ocean crashing up against the shore, or time moving through space and time, or gravity, pulling snow down in an avalanche or something. And don't focus on the sense of danger with that. Just the sense that some things in the world move in their own way, and there's really nothing anyone or anything can do about that, except, maybe get out of the way, or I guess in the modern sense, it'd be kind of fun to think of taking an Instagram picture or something. But we come back to that sense of immanence and we turn left and right. See if you can feel what it would like to be in your own immanence, your own completeness, your own sense of presence, adaptability, connection, assertion, and flow. It's just a quality of beingness. So now as you turn, go to look over that fence. Before you look up and over or turn any farther, find your center, find your adaptability, your spine, your quality of immanence, and then look over your fence as that. Come back down the center. There's that spine, the center, the adaptability, the assertion, all that beingness of spring. Turn to the other side. Just be the immanence of spirit that you are. Okay. So let's play with our expanding. Let's float up. Settle down. Just see if you can flow through that gesture with your breath, inhaling all the way in. Expanding like the sun from your heart. Sinking down. Settling into your structure again, finding that center, that spine. Inhale. All the way, expanding. Radiant in that immanence, settling into a more embodied kind of immanence. So inhale, radiant with our spiritual immanence, like we're the sun. Exhaling, sinking into our embodied immanence, adaptability, beingness, and flow. And since we're feeling into flow, we'll go back to the feeling that the tide is moving side to side. And we're kelp in the ocean, and you can take your kelp as far as you want. Or you can be stoic help and just be a little flowy. It's up to you. And then we're going to imagine that the ocean, the waves, are going to move our hands up very slowly, one wave at a time, in some version of expanding like the sun. And as the tide goes out, and try not to do anything that's repetitive. Try and have every moment just being up to the ocean. No way to do it right, no way to do it wrong. Just do that a few more times. In the last session, we talked about how sometimes playing with emotion and state of being can really help us experience our chi and our aliveness, our beingness. We were playing with the very playful quality of having a crush on the ocean. So if I'm this shy kelp, feeling like I'm 14 years old and I've known this ocean my whole life. But now I have this other feeling about a good friend, the ocean. And that shy, awkward crush feeling, is kind of goofy as it is, allows us to move through a lot of boundaries because it's playful and silly and awkward and shy. And if you don't know what you're doing, you can't really do anything right or wrong because you don't know what you're doing. So best thing about that crush feeling is you're just adaptable, playful, willing, a little shy, nervous, but willing to look over that fence, that sense of what if. So let's say you discover as well that the ocean has a crush on you. And now that sense of separation, excuse me, that sense of being nervous is now feeling a different kind of completion. So now the interaction is really about affection, about love, about how to interact, kind of courage, kind of strength, kind of willingness. And as we play with that as the kelp, let's remember that the ocean feels the same way. So now as we swim, maybe moving away from the metaphor of kelp in the ocean, but as a human being, just having some fun with our embodied experience, connecting with the ocean of Tao, ocean of spirit, or however you hold that aspect of existence. You're on the same team. You've kind of made a connection with each other that's worth exploring. And because you're kelp in the ocean, all of the movements, all of the meaning, and all of the energy has that sense of immanence. You're a part of something that's happening that's bigger than your separate self. But that is one of the most profound qualities of adaptability. It's why we seek friends and lovers, tribes, relationships with spirit, the mystery. So we feel imminent in our adaptability as life. It's always just right there, one breath away beyond separation. So we just turn left and right for a bit. Imagine your hands are like whiskers, and they're just reaching out to sense what's around you. We're turning with our whole body, our belly button, sternum and nose are staying more or less in the same line. And we're just going to allow one hand to come behind us. Palm is facing the belly. We turn the palm facing the heart, palm facing the third eye. And we're going to keep turning, reaching behind us, plucking some stars, looking at the beauty of those stars, and offering those beautiful stars to the moon. Hand comes back to the center, sinking down, both hands fall, swinging our whiskers. Other hand behind your back, palm facing your belly. As you turn, palm faces the heart, and third eye or the mind. You keep turning, spiral through your body from one leg all the way across the body to the other hand. Try not to lean, but see if you can sort of spiral as far as is comfortable. Pluck some stars. Look at them. Keep them away. And because we're kind of playing with adaptability and resilience, we're going to do that same thing. We're just going to speed up a bit. Should add some fun cartoon music. We're going to put one hand behind our back. And now we're going to turn palm, chest, third eye, and then turn your feet out. And then see if you can pluck the stars way over there. And turn back, turning your feet so that you can offer the stars way over here. And then come back. And there's no specific amount of rotation you need to do. It's just to dance a little bit more with it and eventually to go a little quicker. So now I can just go. And it's just a fun way to make sure we can move our body, move our feet, exercise alive and playful. And just be intuitive with how far it goes. Sometimes it's fun to even go like this. Why not? Bow to the moon. Not having fun, it's not Qigong. Let's have fun with that again. We'll turn, spin, spiral down, grab some stars, turn, spin, spiral down, offer some stars, back, settle down. Just to play with the chi of spring, being a little bit windy, a little bit silly. So, imagine you're picking something up, laying up over your head, and the weight of it is sinking down. The weight of it tilts you at your hips, move your body downwards, keeping your hands off the floor, but using that imagined weight to gently draw your body towards your legs. Then just swing back and forth, hanging your head off your sacrum. As you turn to the side, slow down, then just release your low back, let your shoulder blades slide, let your head hang, and come back to the other side. Release your back, shoulder blade, head, back to the middle, bend your knees, pick up your object, hold it up. You can come up on the balls of your feet and back down. Just for playing with springs, we're just going a little quicker. Just to invigorate the body. Hang from your sacrum. Swing left and right. Releasing your back, shoulder blade and head. Other side, releasing your back, shoulder blade, head. And your knees. And then just let your object fall. So, Wednesdays, resilience, adaptability, and humor. So let's do something humorous. We're going to turn into a primate. Some people think of this as a monkey. Some people call it a white ape. So first thing we're going to do is take on the face of a monkey. Then we're going to take on the paws of a monkey. We're going to look up over our proverbial monkey fence. Look to one side. Look to the other. And the sillier you are, the better this is going to work. Come down. Move yourself like a monkey. Then you're going to come up. Looking up. One side. Other side. Come back down. Thinking down. Hands come up. Looking up. Now we're going to turn to the side. And we're going to use the paw on the other side. So I'm looking left, I'm going to use my right hand. And then as I turn back, I'm going to clear my muzzle. No, to the other side. Monkeys get itchy. Have fun with that. All about the fun. Once more. To the side. Stay with it. Come back down. Good to be a monkey. And since monkeys don't like to be alone, we're going to take a little step. Shyly kind of hide our face. Scoop up some food. Step over. Sniff the food. See if it's okay. Offer it to a friend. Up in a tree. Back. To the side. A little shy. Scoop up some food. Smell the food. Offer it to a friend. Back. Now, you can do the same thing, or we can be just a bit more agile because we're trying to be silly and funny. So, might hop, sit down, scoop up some food, leap, offer it to someone, back. Now, you don't have to do this, but we are going for the humor here. If you want, you can go. That's just a little bit of 5 animal qigong, just for fun. It's fun. Okay, and we're just gonna do a couple of more. So as we have the last couple of sessions, we're gonna reach down, get some ocean toward the sky, evaporate, notice it coalescing into a cloud becoming heavy, becoming rain. Getting you off for your day. It's hump day. It's Wednesday. Oh my God. Give me a bath. Scoot down. Lift the ocean into the sky. Should evaporate. Coalesce and condense. Get heavy. The hands are going to go out to the sides. And as the rain falls, it's going to fall down the mountains. Pause. Around the height of your heart. Becoming a mirror-like pond in the meadows. Soften the body. Stream. Little bigger lakes. Now your hands are just about the height of your pelvis. Feel that energy and water gathering. From the energy of a bigger river, be a waterfall, whoa, entering back into the ocean. Now we're going to stand for a moment. You can decide where you are. But you're a tree. And it's spring. The snow is melting. All the richness of the land, all the composting, leaf litter is sinking into the earth. Letting your little tap roots sit. You can feel that very generous source of life, that nutrient-filled water to fill up your legs, your roots, to fill up the trunk of your tree, which is your body, your abdomen and chest. As you have that imagination of the water filling, now your arms are the limbs of your tree, and it's spring, so they really want to grow just a little bit every year, maybe a lot. They're just waiting for that water to fill up everything so they can begin to sprout leaves. That's a few weeks away, depending on where you live. We're going to imitate nature and just pause and feeling what it's like to be fulfilled from the inside, from the land, from the water. Reaching with our assertion, waiting for the imminence of life to move through us. There's no comparison, competition, just the assertion, the flow, beingness, the imminence of life. Settle down again just to feel that once more. Sit down, feeling rooted and ready. Just feel with your imagination. Try not to force anything in your mind. Just feel what it would feel like if the water was pouring up through your roots, filling into the pelvis, coming up through the trunk of your body, through your spine, your organs, your chest, all the way up, lifting up your arms, up there full of sap, reaching out. Just waiting, feeling the warmth, feeling the spring winds. Soon enough, there'll be enough yin and yang, enough water and sun for you to start to flourish with leaves, but not just yet. Reside in the now, the flow, the beingness, and the imminence of spring. Time takes her time. So one last thing, always fun to do, especially if you spend a lot of time in a chair, is let's go back to the environment around us, the room, the walls, the furniture, etc. And just randomly, without really thinking about it, pick a spot or an object or something. Maybe something that's around the height of your shoulders or head, you're above that. And then with your hands, reach like you're a growing tree in the direction of that object, spot on the wall, and reach until you're coming up onto the ball of 1 foot, but still on both feet. Reaching with your whole body, like you're reaching for a light switch on the dark. Every little membrane is being opened up. As you feel that reaching, see if you can stay with that little stretch, and then see if you can release through the stretch as you relax and let your body melt. Just be intuitive about how you bring your weight back to center, how your arms relax. And this is kind of like doing the kelp exercise, but there's just that feeling of reaching and releasing through your bones, through your tissue, through your fingernails. Pick another spot, maybe on the other side of your body, reaching towards that spot, both hands. It's a light switch in the dark. Where is it? Once you've gone as far as you can comfortably without straining anything, feel the tone of your body and release through your limbs, relaxing and melting. We'll just do one more each side. Let's pick another spot on the other side. Reach. Reach without falling over, but just like looking for a light switch in the dark. Always just trying to get 1 more inch, wherever the, and then release through that reach. Open your joints. Looking down. So as I go to each side, both of my hands are going towards the same spot. One hand is closer, one hand is just behind it. So all of my connective tissue is elongating across my skeleton in the same direction. So when I release, everything releases through the body on that side. And it kind of like kelp. You just flow and sink in your backpack. It's called reaching and melting. Big surprise. So if you're ever feeling stuck and collapsed and stagnant in your body from sitting down too much, get up and wander around a bit, get rooted and ready. And just randomly pick places to reach, to release and melt. Be intuitive. You might want to reach upwards, you might want to reach forward, to the side, anywhere you like. Okay, so let's close it up with our gratitude practice. Ben, thank you for joining me. And if there's any questions, I'll hang out for a bit and see how people are doing.